One.
If you're ready to harness the power of your communications data, blast off with Nylas today.
Hello, welcome everyone. This is Coding with Nylas. So this is the live stream that we do twice a week. On this live stream, we talk about APIs. We talk about the Nylas communication APIs for email, calendar, and contacts. We talk about programming languages. So Blog's on a mission to go to 100 programming languages, I believe. And as well, we like to bring in other things. So my name's Ram, and I'm a developer advocate at Nylas.
Hi, I'm Black, Senior Developer Advocate here at Nylas.
Awesome. I'm excited to jump into our live stream today. So I know we're going to talk about Hacktoberfest. We're going to do a quick wrap up. But before we do that, I just want to jump in and share that we are going to be at API World Live. So it's an online event this week. So let me add that here.
Nice.
So you can go to apiworld.co. You can register. I'll be doing a talk on generative AI and APIs and just finding best use cases for combining those two technologies. So I was at the conference last week, and I'm going to be doing a talk virtually this coming week. So check out their website on apiworld.co and go ahead and register when you get a chance.
Cool.
But yeah, let's now that we've talked about events, let's talk about Hacktoberfest. So I know for Blog, you've been doing hackathons for quite a few months now.
Yeah.
How have you been? How have you found the hackathons back to back now that we've done Hacktoberfest and we just wrapped up the Nylas AI hackathon?
Well, yeah, it's for sure it's a lot of work because we need to be like coaching people. Like in the case of Hacktoberfest, we need to check PRs, and in the case of the hackathon, we need to also like do like daily promotion and need to make sure that everybody is on track, like they don't have any blockers or things like that. So it's pretty much fun, but it's hard work as well.
Yeah, I definitely want to get out there. Kudos to you. You've been kind of supporting two different hackathons back to back, so there's no break for us. But you're right, it has been a lot of fun. It's been great to interact with the developers, and that's something that I'm getting more excited for as we grow more into our community and grow our community of developers. Yeah, so I just want to celebrate our hackathon contributors for Hacktoberfest. So I just want to go through and share what has everyone been up to? What have they been doing for building with Nylas over the past month? And just a quick summary of Hacktoberfest. It's a worldwide hackathon for the month of October. And we welcome contributions where the main goal is for a developer to go ahead and contribute at least 4 different contributions across different open source repositories. And that would essentially count as completing Hacktoberfest. So I want to jump in and just kind of share some of the details. And this is really exciting. This gets me excited to see how many developers got involved over the past month with us. So we had approximately 25,000 lines contributed. And I just want to clarify, this is a mix of documentation of how to use a code sample in addition to the actual code sample. So for example, you'd have your environment variables, you'd have the actual README description, and as well you have the code itself in terms of this is what the code's going to do and this is how you use it. And we had about over 10 contributors to Hacktoberfest, and they came in at different times over the month. And I know it was quite a few contributors towards the end of Hacktober, which was great. And we had over 30 code samples created, and this is where developers can come in and they can share how to build with Nylas using small and more approachable code samples where you can build essentially using our SDKs. You can build a call to, for example, create an email or create a calendar event, even create a webhook to use our real-time or real-time data from Nylas. And as well, we had contributions in 4 different languages. So it was Ruby, Python, Node, and I believe Kotlin as well.
Yes, Kotlin and Java, which is
awesome.
kind of like the same bundle.
Yeah, and another interesting thing here is we opened up our beta SDKs. So these are SDKs that are actually in beta right now. They're about to come out. So this is something we've been working on. We've been working on for quite some time, and having developers use our beta SDKs as well presented a bit of a challenge in terms of how to onboard developers. But it's great to see developers once they're onboarded and they're able to start building right away using our SDKs. So the SDKs were quite straightforward. And we also do appreciate developers giving us feedback on using the SDKs, because with the beta, there can be potentially bugs or issues that come up. So it was great to see developers kind of sharing their thoughts on like where they had blockers or where things weren't clear for them. Yeah, let's kind of jump to the next one. And this is really just sharing all the different data that I kind of pieced together from GitHub. So you can go ahead, or we went ahead and went through GitHub and pulled all this information. You can see this is kind of like the summary that I provided you in the past slide.
Cool. Well,
And the thing I want to highlight now is I just want to celebrate a lot of the people that have contributed to Hacktoberfest or built with Nylas through Hacktoberfest. So I just put together all the different profiles I could find from GitHub. And we'll go through different individual contributors and share their contributions soon. But I just want to highlight we had Mahmoud. We had down at the bottom, we had Amit, we had Douglas, Akash, we had Kaninin, and we had Harsha, and Nickel, and as well Kelsey. So these are all our contributors for Hacktoberfest. Round of applause to all of them. And I'm definitely excited to kind of go through and share some of their contributions through the month of Hacktoberfest. And before we do that, we would love for everyone to like and subscribe. So I know blog, we're on our way to our 200th episode. So we're in that next phase of coding with Nylas. And we'd love to kind of get everyone to like and subscribe and even share your thoughts. So we're always open to feedback on ways we can do better things with coding with Nylas, or things we can improve on, ideas or features you like to see when building with APIs, or APIs that focus on communication data like Nylas. And as well other things, anything you're interested in or curious about, we're always looking out there for ideas. We'd love to kind of hear from you on ways we can do better.
Totally.
Awesome. I have one more thing I wanted to show. So let me share all the specific contributors that I wanted to highlight. So we had 2 PRs come in very early for Hacktoberfest. So big shout out goes to Kelsey and Akash, who shipped our very first code samples. I think they came within a day of each other. As well as shout out to Mahmoud. So Mahmoud produced almost 10 code samples building with Nylas. So this was really exciting to see how quickly he was able to go through and prepare code samples and just use Nylas for different ways using our SDKs.
Yeah, it was amazing how many he created. Crazy.
And also, I do want to give a kudos to Blog for kind of helping with the PR process and going through all the different PRs. We had quite a few towards the end of October, so I definitely appreciate you, Blog, for helping out with that.
Sure, my pleasure.
And as well, I just want to highlight for Hacktoberfest, you need 4 PRs or 4 contributions to complete Hacktoberfest. And we had 3 different developers. So we had Mahmoud, Amit, and Nickel come through and complete Hacktoberfest by building with Nylas. Also, I want to highlight we had Akash, Douglas, Kaninin, Kelsey, and Harsha that completed at least 2 or more code samples with Nylas. And what was also to see is that we're starting to build this community of developers that want to build with Nylas, or at least try out Nylas in different occasions. So we had Amit and Nickel that contributed to Nylas last year during our Hacktoberfest. So they came again and wanted to contribute to our current Hacktoberfest ongoing this year. And I know Blog also reached out to developers from our AI hackathon. So I know Mahmoud, Akash, and Kaninin participated in our recent Nylas AI hackathon.
Yeah, and actually Kenina was one of the runner-ups. So big congratulations to him. And thanks for participating in both events. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I have one more thing to show, but we're always welcoming contributions. So if you want to go to github.com /Nylas samples. You can see all our code samples. We're going to be sharing all the hackathon code samples on our Nylas samples repository. And we love to kind of get more feedback. And even if you have any issues or code samples you want to create, we love to kind of get those coming in all year round. But it was definitely exciting to see that during Hacktoberfest, to kind of see this rocket ship of code samples come in.
Yep. As you mentioned, Ron, we're always looking for contributions and new ways to make things better. So don't forget that we have live streams every Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time.
Awesome. I don't think there's anything else. Maybe one more thing we want to plug is just our socials. You can find us on the internet. So at Nylas.com, you can go to @Nylas on most of the social media platforms. There, I don't know the exact names of them right now, but there's Instagram, TikTok, X, LinkedIn, and Facebook as well. So you can find us there. But yeah, we'd love to hear from you. So before we wrap up, what's next, Blog? What do we have coming up next?
Okay, so on Friday, we're going to have how to send an email using WebIO. So that's kind of like a no-code or low-code tool. It was a request by one of our prospects. So I tried to learn how to use it, trying to do something useful, and it turns out it's how to send an email using that. So it's gonna be nice.
Awesome. That sounds really good. I'm excited to kind of see our exploration of all these different frameworks and tools with emails. So looking forward to that. That's coming up on Friday. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream today.
Cool. Thanks, Ron.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Blog.
Bye. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.